Hello everyone, my name is Barbara. I'm a Polish girl who lives in Ireland and likes to knit, and today I have a finished object for you! Wild Bloom Shawl. Here it is, my Wild Bloom Shawl. This is the third Wild Bloom Shawl that I've knitted so far. First two are, one was in iron weight, which is original pattern because this is my design. Spoiler. The second one was close to iron, but I think thicker than DK, and that was medium size. And this one is a large size, but in fingering weight yarn. Anyway, okay, first things first, few words about the pattern. So it is a paid for pattern, so if you're looking for a link, I'll leave link down below. Go to my web project page and you can have all information there, or you can find on Ravelry, and I'm there too. Right, all the links down below anyway. As I mentioned, the pattern is written for iron weight yarn, and that's how you can find it on Ravelry. However, I have knitted it in fingering. I know. Now I don't know what to do. I really want to share stuff with you. I'm not sure what I'm going to edit to the pattern as a suggestion. I think I'll do that. Shouldn't be a problem. Or maybe in the end. I don't know. Tell me, how should I go about it? Anyway, so as I said, the pattern is written down for iron weight yarn. I knitted it on 4mm to get the gauge. Gauge is not so essential over here. If you have enough yarn, because the shawl that I'm showing you now, it's a bottom up shawl. So basically, first things first, when we have that all energy to cast new project, we cast on lots of stitches and then gradually we decrease it until we have a little stitches and be able to bind off. For me, it's like running down the hill. Here, how the pattern looks like. So now, what did I use? I used fingering weight yarn. In a second what it is, but I used 3.5mm, which is US size 3, and I use fingering weight yarn. Although I'm thinking now that I could maybe go 4mm, although I'm really happy with the whole thing. It's not too small, it's not too big, it's just accurate, yeah. But you need to be aware that I am a loose knitter. If you're a tighter knitter and you use the same needles, you can get this shawl a little bit smaller. I got 124 stretch. I'm 177, so I know I can't completely spread my hands. I'm happy with this size and I think it's a perfect size for a gift knitting. I'm tempted to gift this shawl. That's why I put one of my tags with a heart on one side, but with a hand wash on the other. Okay, tools. The bag I used Bags by Diane because that's the only bags I have. I put my lovely keychain shawl over here. Yarn. I used two brands, yarn dyers. First, I was tempted to do this beautiful border, and as you can see, it's quite delicate, but it's not pure white. And the yarn I used, check the screen now, it's a Baker Bears yarn, 75% brooch merino, 25% nylon, and then this beautiful colorway. Check the screen now. Here it is, a mermaid's tail. It's a beautiful mixture of a light purple showing a bit of those blues and those purples and those pinks, and just, it's a really amazing color. Although my main color is this one, Shalimar yarns. I hope I'm saying it right. The colorway is Love and Happiness. We have interesting blend over here, 70% Superwash Merino, 20% Kid Mohair 10% silk, which is 420 yards. Hopefully you can see it. Check the screen. So here it is, my leftovers. This is how the yarn looks in a cake. This is how the yarn looks in a cake. For the lace section, I used 50 grams. For the garter section, I used 25 grams. Overall, 75 grams. But always have a bit more. I received this beautiful yarn with one of the Knit Crate boxes, and this was Artisan Knit Crate. Artisan because they collaborate with indie dyers, so you can try yarns that you have never tried before. So here is a single, and this is a 4-ply. See how fluffy it is. I had a certain feelings about singles because I've heard on so many podcasts that they're not the best for doing any garments because they pill and they're kind of sticky into your needles and so on and so on. But I didn't take for consideration the blend that singles have. Obviously you can have just merino, you can have just BFL, you can have anything. But with this one it's quite interesting because we have merino 70%, but then we have 20% kid mohair and 10% silk. So I believe those two things kind of straighten, make it stronger, straighten the yarn, and the silk kind of gives a nice texture into it. We still have that fluff, but it's more controlled, if I can say it that way. I was knitting shawl with Hayas Sharp, so it's a metal needles. I don't know have you known about it, but they're hollow inside. So it was kind of slippery using these. I presume that if you're using singles, you may go towards wood needles. Okay, so these are my pair, Hayas, my pouch, that's interchangeable because I love the way the bearing is moving. All those things, links down below if you're interested. Also, I put a link to Knit Crate boxes. Obviously this month, the one that I got that was in July is over. And I know, but at least if someone had grabbed the box and has the same color, and I know you do because for that month there was just one color, you can maybe knit something like this. My suggestion. One more thing that kind of drew me towards knitting this pattern for the third time is that I'm hosting Wild Bloom Shawl knit along. You can find it down below anyway. You have direct link over that, and well, check the date now. Hopefully you're still watching it in August 2018. So the hashtag for this thing is Wild Bloom KAL, and if you're knitting this shawl and joining our KAL, please do that. If you have this pattern and if you're knitting it outside of the KAL, because well, time flies quickly, you can use Wild Bloom Shawl. I hope that's all. I love it so much, but I can't keep everything, can I? Like already I'm keeping those two shawls over there. Well, you know, that brownish thing, this greeny thing is mine. It's sweater on my needles, and this is the hat that I just finished, and hopefully it's going to be my next finished object video. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do down below, because I can't tell you when I'm going to post the next video or the next podcast. So it's a cool thing to do, and ring that bell, that way you get a notification in case I pop in something over here. And second of all, if you want to know day by day what I'm actually doing in regards to my knitting, not only actually I go for walks, I go on skikes, I like to bake bread, what else do you need to know about me? And I clean too. So if you want to know more about me, I would suggest to follow Instagram Knitting I Love, and definitely follow my stories. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you next one. Bye!